wants to be able to, but the bigger part of me doesn't. So even though I do have control for the most part, because even though my daughter tries, I still am able to keep my things in my house, and I do have control over it. Sometimes it does. I don't feel great about the fact that that's what I'm doing. That I'm keeping things that maybe I don't need to be keeping, but I don't want to let go.
Yeah. So you said you don't want to let go. Do you not want to let go of everything or just certain things that remind you of your husband?
I guess everything. I don't know. Everything reminds me of him, and everything I bought is because I like it. I want it, and so it's just hard for me to let go of anything. But I mean, I'm starting to realize that maybe I do need to. I just don't know how to start or what I would even get rid of. So I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Do you feel like if you let go, that you're afraid that you're letting go of him as well?
Yeah,
Is that kind of a fear that?
I definitely feel that way. If I throw,
Okay.
I mean, I still have all his clothes, all his colognes, everything. I never throw anything of his away, and I definitely think if I do, I'm saying goodbye to him forever, and I'm not ready to do that.
Yeah. And that's okay. Everyone has their own time period, and there's no right or wrong. It's not a year, 6 months, 10 years, 20 years. And that is what I'm hoping between, our visits together, and then if you continue with the groups, that you'll kind of see that just because maybe you do, let's say, donate a couple of his jackets to, a charity or something like that, doesn't necessarily mean that you're letting go of memories or, giving him away at all, but it's just something that maybe you need to do, or maybe it's something that you don't have to do in your grieving process. Maybe this is just more of an internal thing than actual physical stuff. You've mentioned that there are lots of things in your house that aren't his things that you're like, yeah, I could probably get rid of, like maybe magazines or just things that you've mentioned in the past. So maybe through these groups and this grieving process that you can kind of come to terms with, just because I'm going to let go of certain physical items doesn't mean I'm letting go of him or his memory. Does that make sense? Or how do you feel about that? Does that scare you, empower you, make you mad? What do you think?
It scares me a little, but it makes me excited. I definitely feel empowered, like you said. I feel empowered. So, yeah, I don't know.
I think you're searching for this control over your life in physical ways, but maybe you really need more of just a control over it emotionally, and just being able to, make your own decisions and think about him, but like you said, in a good way, in a way that's happy, and cherishing those memories and what a part of, your life he was, instead of just in a sad way, in the loss way, and focusing on how he used to do all this and now I have to do it, but now my daughter's trying to take over, and just kind of the control over your emotions, which I really feel that you are already coming such a long way just in using, talking more about your stuff and using certain words. Like we've said hoarding a couple times and you didn't wince or make a funny face or anything like that. I mean, you are making incredible strides already in just a few short weeks. And I really feel like with these groups, and just kind of the fact that you're aware of this kind of schema you have over control and how that makes you feel, I really think that you'll find that you'll have more and more days of, thinking about him in a positive way and feeling more empowered, that you're not alone in this, and that a lot of people, especially women, go through this transition period, and it can be very challenging, but I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
So now our next hurdle is kind of, now that you're aware of these thoughts, we kind of need to put them into action, because I know one of our major things is, you have the social services on your back about your house, and your daughter's on your back about your house. So I'm hoping with these groups, and that maybe in the next week or so, we can maybe take some physical steps toward just kind of helping to alleviate that problem of the house itself? How do you, what do you think about that?
That sounds good. It's still scary, but
Good and
good.
scary at the same
Yeah,
time. Yeah,
it's definitely something I'm maybe ready to work on.
yeah. And just all I want you to do is just think about it.
Okay.
Think about the 3 things in your house that you could get rid of. If you, not actually physically get rid of them, just think about what 3 things could I get rid of that I wouldn't be giving up any power, I wouldn't be giving up any control or anything of myself, but what could go if it had to.
Okay.
Not that it's going to, but if it had to.
Okay, as long as it doesn't go anywhere.
Okay, so just kind of think about that. And if you want, if you could write it down and bring it back for the next time, that would be great. If you'd rather just kind of keep it in your head and when you're driving here, think about it, that's fine too. But just kind of think about that. And then do you feel like you're willing to continue with the group session?
Yeah, well, I'll definitely be back.
Okay.
I'm excited for that.
Okay, that sounds good. So maybe we can work toward that for our next time and see kind of where that takes us in our next physical step in
Okay.
your goals.
All right.
Okay, well, do you have any questions for me or anything else
No,
you want to talk about?
I'm good.
Okay, all right, well, I'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you.